It hasn't started yet. Hi, everyone. This is Heather and Manny. Thanks for joining us for the October 2015 updates on the Java Adopt programs. I don't have my video working today. My connection is a little bit slow, but we're excited that you can join us. October is a very busy month in the Java world, especially this year, since we have the annual JavaOne Conference in San Francisco in October this year at the end of the month. So we wanted to come together and just talk about some of the updates and then save some time at the end for questions. So I know last time Manny gave us some updates from OpenJDK, what's going on there, and we talked with some of the spec leads about some of the standalone JSRs and some of the progress that they've been making through the JCP and how Java user group leaders can participate in those JSRs. And this time, we'll also do an update on OpenJDK. I'll also give an update on some of the Java EE JSRs, making some progress through the JCP. And we'll spend a little bit of time just talking about where we can meet up if you're planning on attending JavaOne in San Francisco at the end of the month. So Manny, let's start with you with a couple of new items regarding OpenJDK, some of the visits that you had there in London.
Yeah, so every month we have a hack day organized by Hack the Tower, which is actually supported by Salesforce and Heroku. And we have John Stevenson, who's been kindly hosting us for the last couple of years, actually more than that, nearly 3 years now. And every month we have a hack day where developers from all over the city, sometimes outside the city, come in and join us for various projects, including the Adopt OpenJDK project. And so last month, mid-August, it was Alan Bateman who joined us, and he gave us the curtain raiser on Jigsaw, which is being developed as we speak. And so that resulted in a whole lot of activities amongst the developers. We had initially had an example project that was provided on the OpenJDK wiki, and then we took that further and we worked on it and we added more examples. So people who have missed the hack day have actually not missed much, because they can just clone the repo and work on the examples, and it's fairly easy, lucidly explained on how to go about doing the different things and making use of different features that Jigsaw is now having. And some of the issues we found during the hack day, we actually shared it with Alan, and also on the mailing list, on the Adoption Discuss mailing list and on the Jigsaw mailing list. And those issues were tackled immediately. So from what I know, we don't have many of those issues open, and as we speak, things are progressing further. We've also lately had a request for creating Docker images and Vagrant scripts for a Valhalla project, which is one of the OpenJDK projects as well. And I think Martijn and Richard Klopp from South Africa and a few other people are busy with that. So that will be a highlight at JavaOne, because there's been some talk of basically taking those experiences and sharing it with the visitors at JavaOne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see some chatter about that on the list. Maybe to remind people what list that is, so they can look out for those.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll post the link to the discussion about the Vagrant scripts for Valhalla project, which I just did in the Hangout. And I'm also going to post the list, the link to the update to the Jigsaw visit, the visit from Alan Bateman, where he showed us about Jigsaw, which will also contain the link to the GitHub repo that everybody is interested in, or will be interested in for sure. So what I'm going to do is find that link and post it. It's just right here, and post it so that you can share it with the rest of the people at the Hangout, even the ones who have missed it.
Yeah,
okay, here it is.
Showcase.
Now, there are a couple of minor announcements as well. So just now, recently, we've had Project Shenandoah, that is from the people at Red Hat, also being built on the Adopt OpenJDK cloud-based farm, the build farm. And so if anybody's interested in downloading those JDK or JRE images, they can also do that. And I'm going to post the link to that. And that is going to be the only other news I think we have on the OpenJDK end. There are a number of
Thanks. So that's good. I'll send those in. Those
actually, there's one more. There is the so we've got a build of JDK9 already running on our build farm, but that is pre-Jigsaw. Since Jigsaw has been announced, we have another build on Jigsaw also available on the cloud-based farm, and that is running in parallel with the JDK9 build. So there are two types of binaries that people can download and play with. So this is slightly earlier than the early access builds, although I will make a disclaimer that we are not testing any of these binaries. They're available for you to download and test them for us and give us feedback. So, and don't use any of these binaries in production because they are not tested by us. These are just binaries built directly from the code base via our continuous integration servers and hosted for basically testing purposes and download and to play around. So all those links have been posted to you, Heather. So, and when you get a chance, if you could put them together, those links open up to mails on the mailing list, and the titles of the mails itself will explain what those links are. But if when you post these links somewhere, if you could put those titles in there, that'll be great as well. I don't have any more to share about OpenJDK. Over to you.
All right, great. So we'll start with the JSR news and updates. As I mentioned, we'll focus on the Java EE specs. So we have actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4 of the Java EE component JSRs, so the JSRs that are targeted for Java EE 8 that posted early draft reviews. So that's their first milestone in the program after they are approved for development by the executive committee. So we had JSR 365 posted their which is the CDI spec, CDI 2.0, which is actually has been a really popular spec. And if you are attending a JavaOne, the spec lead, Antoine from Red Hat, is planning on attending the Hacker Garden and talking about CDI, as well as hosting kind of an Adopt-a-JSR workshop in our meeting room that we'll have in the Hilton, which is the main hotel of JavaOne. So CDI 2 is making good progress. They have their early draft posted. You can check that out if you want to get involved in that JSR. We also had the Java API for JSON processing 1.1, so that's the JSON P, and that's JSR 374. They published their early draft review, so they're making progress. And I know a few people that listened in on the call last time were interested in that particular JSR. So that's a new update. You can go and check out that and download it and give feedback to the spec lead and the expert group via the links on the jcp.org page for JSR 374. And in addition, there was the JSR 367 EDR. So that's the Java API for JSON binding. So that's a new component for Java EE JSON binding, JSR 367. And again, another popular one with many of the user groups. So that's a new update. I know last time we were saying a lot of the JSRs haven't made much progress. So some of the things you could do were get involved and provide feedback on use cases and things that you'd like to see. But at this point, you know, we're starting to see some progress being made. So those are new things that you can do to get involved with the JSR. Go and download the spec and play with the code that's there in the RI project and give some feedback. And then the last one I wanted to highlight is JSR 371, which again is another popular one for Java EE since it's a new technology going into Java EE, which is the MVC spec for Java. So MVC is JSR 371. They published an EDR, and actually they're getting ready to publish, hopefully the end of today we'll have a second EDR, so a second early draft review. So an update being made. Again, really a JSR that's been creating a lot of interest in the community and excitement. So that's the main Java EE news. We also did have a new JSR submitted, which is the Portlet JSR 378. It's the Portlet 3.0 bridge for Java server faces. So that's a new JSR. It's a new version of a JSR. It's being led by LifeRay. So that one is new. There aren't any drafts yet to review, but it's a new JSR. If you're interested in that one, you should take a look at the proposal. That's JSR 378. And you can get involved with that. They also published a maintenance review of the previous version. If you're interested in taking a look at that, that would be JSR 329. That's the maintenance review of the Portlet for JSF version 1.2, JSR 329. So those are the new JSRs, new progress being made since we talked last time.
Okay, any of these going into Java 9 or scheduled for Java 9 for JDK
Java 9? There was, so for Java 9, there was a JSR 56 maintenance review. So that's Java networking launching protocol, JSR 56. That was a new one. But these four that I just highlighted are focused on Java EE 8, so Java EE specs, so CDI, JSON, and the MVC. I'm getting some feedback.
No, nothing from my side.
Okay.
It's perfectly.
Just my side.
Perfect silence here. You must be having some ghosts visiting you.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right, let's see. I was going to try to open the chat window and see if there's any questions before I just move on to kind of highlights of JavaOne activities. Chat, Q&A. Let's see. There were a couple. Let's see. Any questions?
I've posted those links. I don't know if you put them somewhere. I think you put them at the end of the Hangout, isn't it?
I will do that.
That would be great. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of the JSR news, and I don't see any questions yet. So we'll move on to JavaOne. So if you're gonna be in JavaOne in San Francisco, the end of October, a few highlights. Starting Sunday, we'll have the public EC meeting. So in that meeting, you can meet some of the candidates who are planning on running for elections in the annual executive committee elections. We're holding those in November this year. So October is a good time to meet some of the candidates. If you can't come to JavaOne, we will be having a conference call in November 6th, where you can hear from all the candidates and ask your questions. And on Monday, we'll have our annual JCP party. So if you want to come to the JCP party, please contact me if you haven't gotten your tickets already. That's at the top of the Hilton, 6 p.m. Monday night. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a Hacker Garden. So we'll have a Hacker Garden Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I'm planning on hanging out there all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and talking with spec leads and people who are interested in contributing to the JSRs and kind of facilitating connections there throughout the conference with people in the Java Hub. So make sure you stop by and see us there. And also on Wednesday, we'll have a meet and greet Wednesday afternoon in the Hilton. So contact me if you want to attend that. It's a good chance to meet with spec leads and expert group members and connect Java user group leaders from around the world who are interested in participating in the JSRs on OpenJDK and as well as other open source projects that relate. So those are the highlights. Obviously, conference 500 sessions going on throughout the week, keynotes, community keynote on Thursday, the Treasure Island event Wednesday night. This year they've got Beck and Elton John. So lots of cool things going on. But if you want to meet and hear about some of the things going on with JCP and Adopt-a-JSR program, definitely come by the Hacker Garden and get some pointers and meet with some of the leaders. I'm happy to introduce you.
Sounds good. Did you talk to any of them from London or from this side who might be joining you at the Hacker Garden?
Yeah, I'm hoping that Martine, I know for sure, is going to be there. So far, I haven't gotten any other participants from London, but I'm really going to be starting to push out requests for participants next week, since I have the schedule now posted. I've got the schedule up, so I've started to fill it in. We'll have a few book signings. So I've Venkat there is going to do book signing on Java 8. Arun will be there doing a Minecraft book signing. Mohammed's going to do a Java FX book signing, and Peter Pilgrim's got a new book coming out. He'll do a book signing on Java E8, and will also be there in the Hacker Garden. So I've got kind of those things scheduled in to start the schedule, and now I'm going to be looking to fill it out with other projects, like Sven's going to tweet wall, Java FX tweet wall, like he did at Devox in November in Belgium. And we're going to do some wearables projects with, I'm putting him in the schedule. And Andres, of course, is going to be there, so I need to add his times in. And need to get some OpenJDK times in there. Octavio is going to be there. So hopefully, I'm not sure about Richard, but I know Martine's going to be there. So
yeah, I think Richard Klopp from South Africa might be joining you, although I might be totally off on this one. But if you post a message on the mailing list, the adoption discuss along with the Adopt-a-JSR mailing list, then people will know about it and they will come to your session, because otherwise it's a huge conference and it might just get overlooked. You might have to tweet it a few times and I'll retweet it for you.
Very good. Yeah, I'm going to start that next week. So yeah, I'll be sending mail out to the adoption list as well as the Adopt-a-JSR members list next week with the time slots, and people can sign up or they can note it down in their calendar if there's someone they want to come meet. They'll know when to come find them.
Yeah. So whilst you were speaking, I've just kicked off the Valhalla project build on Cloudbase. So anybody who is interested in downloading binaries from the Valhalla project, once it's ready, they can download it and play with it. Again, the disclaimer is these binaries are just for experimental purposes, not to use them in production environment.
Okay. Great. Well, I'm going to add those links. I didn't see anyone else post any questions, so it's a quick meetup today, but thanks for joining us.
I meant to ask you, Heather, are you going to do any of these sessions from JavaOne itself? I think it would be a nice gesture if you did that.
Yes. So actually, I've been talking to Yolanda and Steven. We're going to try to do it from the night hacking stage, a couple of interviews with people in the Hacker Garden and sharing what they've been doing. So I'll tweet out the link, but it'll probably be through the night hacking forum.
Okay, but that means you'll have to be physically. Will you have to be physically present there? It won't be through
the live stream. Through the live stream on night hacking, there's a live stream. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's like Ustream. So once I send out the link and you know when to look, you just watch on Ustream.
Yeah, but I meant to say is that if you're having this this kind of a chat conversation, then that won't be possible, isn't it?
No, it's possible. This kind of a chat, yeah, it'll be just informal.
Just like a Google Hangout, I meant.
Yeah. Depending on the connectivity, just like here today in my house, it's really slow. I had to turn off the video, so I'm not sure. I know we did it at Devox UK, and it worked out fine. We did a hangout with Andres. He wasn't attending. I think in the quieter times, and if we can get the access to a hardline connection, which I've been promised, but you never know until you get there. Okay. Send me some of the times that you think you'd like to be available, and I'll definitely call you.
Okay, so I'll let you know UK times, and then we can adjust our agendas.
Yes, times like this, like around 10 a.m. I think will be good.
Okay, is that okay? Yeah, I mean, Even later on is good, because then it's going to be later in the evening, up to like another 6 hours from now, I'm fine. But if it's later than that, then it'll be like you won't be having my 100% attention, because I'll be probably dozing off. But this is good time now, all the way up to 6 hours from now. So okay, I'll look at the is the schedule all online, or is it?
I'm going to send it out. It is online. I haven't sent out the URL yet, so I'm going to send it out.
Okay. When you do, then please, I'll have a look at it and then I'll respond to you. I've also posted the link to the Valhalla OpenJDK CloudBees build farm link, which if you could also add to the links that I've sent earlier, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to add it to the showcase, and then when I post it, I'll add it to the comments too. So if I miss it, add. If I miss anything, ping me, or you can add it in the comments. You can comment.
I can do it in the comments. Yeah, if I find them, if they're missing. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for joining. Good to talk to you. I'll talk to you in 3 weeks at JavaOne.
Speak to you later. Bye.
Bye.